Electrogravitics. This word has been denigrated as mad science, but should it have been so? What if we called it electrokinetics instead? Electrical researcher Thomas Townsend Brown, a self-proclaimed student of Nikola Tesla, was involved with top-secret high-voltage experimentation for propulsion purposes when he was with the United States Navy. His work was classified for quite a while, until the military gave up, believing that the high-capacity dielectric materials needed to maximize this propulsion system that he called electrokinetic did not and would not exist. His patents were declassified. Not too many years later, high-powered, high-capacity dielectric materials became much more readily available. What if we called it kinemassics instead? Henry William Wallace was a scientist who worked for GE Aerospace and GE Re-entry Systems. He discovered that elements that had odd nuclear spin values, when rotated at extremely high speeds, produced a field that caused the nullification of gravity and inertia. If two such rotating apparati were placed at different angles to each other, a directional thrust was achieved. He dubbed this the kinemassic effect. He was issued 2 patents, started in 1968 and granted in 1971, one for generating a secondary gravitational force field and one for generating a dynamic force field that managed to slip under the radar of the men in black. Brown and Wallace both discovered a way to tap into a propulsive force contained within the very nucleus of atoms. But despite numerous patents and achievements, these men's names are also denigrated. Why is this? The answer is simple: control. The UFO sightings that began in the late 1940s with Kenneth Arnold and the others are no mystery. They are the sightings of military craft and experimentation based upon electrogravitic propulsion. They are desperate to make sure that you do not discover the reality of these craft. Because if you know that they have them, then you would demand that you should have access to them too. And rightly so. What would you do with a craft that could let you go anywhere in the world in the blink of an eye? What do you think they are doing with them? The tactics have changed with modern times. What they used to be able to do with the men in black threatening the lives and livelihood of witnesses to these craft no longer works. Because of cameras found everywhere, in every phone and every smart device and every security system and every CCTV system that populates nearly every square inch of our country from coast to coast. Instead now, government agents come forward stating that they know that these craft exist, but they can't explain where they are from, i.e. Luis Elizondo and the plethora of others that are sure to follow. What better way to make you think that this technology is unavailable to you because it's unavailable to everyone? The beginning of this tactic could be found with Bob Lazar. Regardless of whether Bob Lazar is telling the truth or is lying, the end result is the same. You won't have access to this technology. Element 115 is not found anywhere on this Earth. Game over. You can't get the materials needed to make a UFO craft, they try and tell you. But this is a lie. Element 115 is not needed. More so, Element 115 is not the stable element that Bob Lazar said it was. It was discovered/replicated by the Russians and is now named Moscovium. Google it. A highly unstable, volatile, unsafe radioactive material. The good news is that you don't need it to build and fly a UFO. You can learn all about this in Volume 2 of the UFOhowto Aerospace Technical Manuals, Electrogravitics.